Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the India Today Group and Business Today, a very warm welcome to today's India at 100 Summit. Today's discussions come at a time when several developments have changed global dynamics, and as a consequence, India is also in sharper focus in the world stage than ever before. Whether it is the pandemic which upended the world, or the recent Russia-Ukraine turmoil, or even the growing uncertainty in the global financial markets thanks to rising inflation and recessionary trends in some of the biggest economies of the world, all these developments in some way or the other point to the growing importance of India as a stable and attractive economy. As India turns 75, it is time then to look at how we can leapfrog into the next phase of economic growth. And hence, the roadmap for the next 25 years assumes tremendous importance. India, ladies and gentlemen, is a story of resilience. Despite the crippling effects of the pandemic, which felled even the mightiest economies, India has managed to emerge as a tough, resilient economic power, bolstered by the massive market opportunity it provides. Even as inflation continues to be a worry for policymakers and the central bank, they have pegged India's GDP growth this fiscal at over 7%, still the fastest growing major economy. This, of course, is no accident. India's services sector is booming. Sectors like aviation and hospitality are witnessing massive recoveries since the pandemic hit them hard. And the policy push by way of government capital expenditure, it is hoped, will bring back private sector investments. Meanwhile, despite global headwinds leading to a funding freeze in the startup ecosystem, India is home to over 100 unicorns, with 75,000 registered startups creating economic value and employment. It is widely believed that the Indian startup ecosystem will be one of the most powerful engines of economic growth in the years ahead. As I mentioned earlier, there continues to be serious challenges, inflation and jobs being key among them. The government and the Reserve Bank, of course, will have to keep a close watch on many of these aspects as India marches into the next 25 years. Recently, Business Today magazine spoke to some of the world's and India's biggest corporate leaders on what they thought would be India's trajectory over this 25-year period. And every one of them felt this is the time for India to come into its own. Bank balance sheets have been, by and large, cleaned up, and infrastructure push is being accelerated by the government, and the digital revolution is upon us as a major new growth driver. A clear sustainability agenda is also being drawn up by the government, and there is a push towards manufacturing in a big way. A combination of these factors can, if we keep at it, propel India down the runway of sustained and inclusive economic growth in the years ahead. One thing is certain: India is indeed an idea whose time has come. During the course of the day, we will, of course, listen to some of India's topmost policymakers, corporate leaders, and thinkers about how they think India will move forward and the roadmap which it needs to draw up. Each of these sessions, curated after much discussion internally, is aimed at providing insights which we can take back and work on. Once again, thank you very much for sparing time and being with us today, and I really hope you will enjoy the sessions that follow. Thank you very much.